Good morning and welcome. Welcome to my live stream. We're here to fight CPS and stop taking our children. I'm your host, Bob Pace, and it's a warm welcome. It's a warm welcome. This is a very live stream, and I am here to help you with your CPS matter. Now, what I call the CPS is the Child Protection System. It's a government entity that was created in the 60s to protect our children from neglect and abuse, but also to do family reunification, because studies have shown the best parents to raise children are the biological parents. And if there's a hiccup or a problem, they can take a parenting class or get some additional help and correct the behavior if they did have a behavior that was neglectful to a child or abusive to a child. Excuse me. Many of you have been coming in here since I started this live stream back in October of 2023. That's 20 months ago. I've been doing this twice a day, 14 times a week. I'm on Monday through Friday at 10, and on the weekend on 8 in the morning. Then every night of the week, I'm on at 7 p.m. And those times are all Pacific Standard Time. I'm on the west coast of California, broadcasting live from Surf City, USA, 3 blocks from the beach. Now, I've had to use my old computer. I don't know why. The computer I've been using, my son's computer, the battery wouldn't turn on. And I know there's power, but some strange reason there's something wrong with my son's computer, which is worrisome to me. I do have the money saved for my new computer. I just can't find it right now because it was sold months ago when it was available. Anyway, hopefully I can resolve this soon. Now, I'm here because I want to help you. I'm not an attorney, but I'm a loving husband and a father of 6 children that I've helped raise. I, too, was a victim of CPS, and I, too, was destroyed by CPS. I know what you're going through. I know what you're feeling. It was a hard case of mine. For 5 years, I battled a layman reporting things that weren't true. In fact, it was my wife's mother and father, her 3 sisters, brothers that called in once a week and said things that were not true. They were trying to undermine our family. Now, I knew they didn't like us because they weren't happy when, I met my wife 30-some years ago. And they didn't show up to our wedding. But anyway, they would call in. Those kind of reporters are usually 99% wrong on reporting accusations. You see, that's what social service depends on. They depend on people calling in. There's mandated reporters, which are your healthcare professionals, your doctors and nurses, your fire and your police. Anybody that works with children is required by law to report suspected negligence or abuse. And for some strange reason, my number for Vincent's office wasn't up there, so I put this number up there. There's my number, and there's Vincent's number. And Vincent is my attorney, Vincent W. Davis, and he's the one to help get back my children. He's a lifesaver. There's no question about that. So I'm here to help you fight CPS and stop taking their children. You see, CPS has become so rogue. A lot of them are bad. You don't know the good for the bad. And their current MO is to believe wholeheartedly in these false allegations, a lot of them, and automatically remove a child who isn't in danger. That is wrong. But CPS is no one controlling them. These CPS entities, these child protection system entities, are all over the place. I know in Richmond, Kentucky, the cabinet is very corrupt. And in my home state, California, the Orange County Child Protection Service is corrupt. I know firsthand. I was a victim. Next door, LA County Department of Children and Family Services is corrupt. There was a family this past week with false allegations of negligence, medical negligence. And it wasn't true at all. In fact, because of the insistence by the social workers, a appendix was removed from a 4-month-old child. That wasn't necessary. Excuse me, not 4 months, 4-year-old child. That wasn't necessary. This is up in Santa Clarita. And this is wrong. This is wrong. They did get an attorney. I got them to get a 1-day continuance as all the judges, and he was shocked when they walked in with a paid attorney on Friday. And they still got their child. Their child's still at home. This attorney will get their children back, but they needed to get an attorney. You all do. You all do. And that's one of my number one rules is you have to have an attorney. Now, one thing I do like to point out is that I love text messages because I want you to interact with this live stream. So all you have to do is to text a message in either the form of a comment or a question about CPS. Please state your first name. I know you'll have a handle with some fancy name, but I'd like to see your first name. And then you also want to see your city or county, then followed by the state. And if you're from outside of the United States, put your country. Also, please tell me about your CPS case from beginning to where you sit. So, the 1,800 some people have talked to me. A lot of them are from 23 countries, including the United States. We have Indonesia, Bangladesh, India, then up to the Middle East. We have Saudi Arabia and Libya. And then across to Africa, we got Liberia, and we got Sudan, the Republic of Congo, and then Rwanda, then Mozambique, and then down to South Africa. Then up to Europe, we got England, Scotland, and Wales, Denmark, and Sweden. Then across the pond to North America, we have Canada. And of course, the USA, with all 50 states, have called in, including even the District of Columbia. It's really, really, really tough out there. I feel for you because you have something common like most of us do. You're low income, and there's no crime about being low income. Some people, unfortunately, go through hard times. A hurricane comes, floods their home, gets washed down the stream. A fire starts out in the neighborhood and burns the whole neighborhood down. Again, that's not your fault. But CPS loves to step in and take your children. Oh, you don't have the money, you're not providing food for them. No, they may not have the money to go out every day, 14 meals a week, but they have money. It's just that they take advantage of these people. And they're hoping you'll take their court-appointed attorneys, which are operated by CPS. That you got to be careful about. Also, after you text me the message, please put in what your case is about. Start from the beginning and then bring it to the present. That helps me because a lot of people, I can help them. I can certainly help them. Another way to interact is to be a guest on the live stream. All you have to do is email our show producer, Grace, at vincentwdavis.com. And you just pick one of my 14 shows. I've already said what they are. I want to be Bob's Sunday morning show, or Bob's Friday night show, or Bob Wednesday's morning show. You just pick whatever you want to be on, and then she'll get you on. And then you can talk about your case. You can help other people that are calling in. You'll hear them talking, and they'll be able to see you because you'll be on a cam. So to be a guest is great. I can have 9 of you up there. She'll send you a link that you paste into your browser and it'll take you right to StreamYard. StreamYard is a software application I use broadcasts on YouTube. If you get knocked off, you can put the link back up again. It's good for the whole show. And should tell you certain rules like no smoking or eating on the show, no profanity, and we do not use the names of children, judges, or the social workers. Mm-hmm. Now, the third way is my phone number by calling in. I'd love to hear from you calling in right now. That'd be great. I'd love for you to hear you call in. My number is 626 928 0990. Now, the other number is Vincent Davis's office number. You can call there also if you're ready to hire him. Okay. Hello, Christina Reynoso from Las Vegas, Nevada. Bob, I emailed you a couple days ago. Yes, you did. I emailed Georgette and Mr. Davis. No replies yet. Yes, I enjoyed your email. It's really good. I'm still rewriting it. And so it took a lot of your effort and time to put it in there. So thank you. Thank you very, very, very much. Now I have my phone number up. That's 626 928 0990. I'd love to have someone talk to me. Oh, let me go check. She said that she did this morning. Let me go check. Wow. I think he emailed me at 10:05, 10:07, 10:08, and 10:12. You sent me 1, 2, 3, 4. You sent me 4 emails this morning. Wow. She submitted a cover template for submitting civil rights petitions supporting documents. That's good. Thank you very, very much. And then she sent me a formal grievance and complaint. That's good. That's good. Thank you. And then you sent me the White House Office of the President. Wow. That's really, really good. I'm impressed. The last one, statement of grievances to the White House, to the president. Well, it looks like you've been busy a lot. You sent me so much on the first. You sent me 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 emails yesterday, and today 1, 2, 3, 4 emails today. So I have a lot of reading, and thank you so much, Christina Reynosa. She has a horrible case and been a regular on my show. She's one of my regular people on the show. Welcome, Taryn Harris, and good morning to you. Taryn Harris, I think you've been on before, but I forgot where you're from. Where are you located, and what do you have to say? Do you have a story to say, or do you have a question to ask? Now, some important websites to talk about. I have the first one there, vincentwdavis.com. And there you can find about his office and all kinds of things there. Now, a second website is the one that is where you can get the grandparents guide to adopting your grandchildren. All you do is go to stan.store/attorney VWD, and you'll see all kinds of deals. There's all kinds of deals with rates and so forth. It's very informative. If you want that guide, you can get it for half off by using my last name, Pace, Pace, with the letters 50, and you'll get half off on that guide. I think that guide is right now $9.99, but you can get it for half there. Okay. Now, If you call in or a guest, you can get 15 minutes with Mr. Davis for free. It's a private Zoom consultation. All you have to do is call in to my number or be on a guest, and you get that 15 minutes. Now, if 15 minutes is not enough, you can go to this website, candly.com, and for $60, you can get 30-minute private Zoom consultation with Attorney Davis. So you either get free for 15 or 30 minutes for $60. And now, lastly, I want to list the DOGE, the Department of Government Efficiency that President Trump created. They have a direct line, the White House 202. They have two numbers listed. You either go to their website, doge.gov, or call them. They're expecting your call to tell them what problems you have with CPS. Right now, Social Service has been investigating, but I know that okay. So that's the Doge. It's doge.gov, and the number's 202 456 Quattro 1111, or 202 456 1414. Now, that's if you're at your last resort, so you don't know who else to turn to. That's the top dog. They like to hear about you because they're investigating social services, and they're also investigating the child protection system. It's $1 million business, and these people are so corrupt. They're so corrupt. So Teresa Harris says just no heads fill this day. I'm only led over nor too far with the case till now. Okay, but I'm still interested. Okay, Tara Harris says. Now, Kelly, welcome. Hey, Bob, this is Kelly from Chicago, Illinois. Glad to talk to you, Kelly. Cooking with CR Senior. I haven't talked to you in ages. So, does he work in Wake County in North Carolina? He'll work in all 50 states. You just tell me what you want, and I'll get a quote for retainer. Now, I know in Georgia, he gave a quote of $125,000 as a retainer. Just start a case in Georgia. Now, let me see here. Kingdom Studios. Good morning. I have no idea where you're from, Kingdom. Could you please tell me where you're from? Now, Christine Renoza says, as Vincent Davis has signed those documents, if you want, he'll see there's a place. Have Mr. Davis sign the documents. Okay, good. I will. Bob, you're falling asleep. No, I was rolling my eyes back in my head. I have narrow eyes. I wear contact lenses. I was not falling asleep. I was thinking. And I'm thinking about what people are saying right now at the moment. Good afternoon, everyone. Continue to fight for your babies and be the best of yourself. All right. I know that Cooking with SCR has many different names. So I know you're from California, Orange County. Okay, Kingdom. What are the questions? How can I help you? I like someone to talk to me. Right now, we're halfway through the show. No one's called. No one's asked me anything to answer. So we have Kingdom Studios, Cooking with Sierra from California, Christina from Nevada, Las Vegas, and Taryn Harris. Oh, your eyes are hurting. Well, maybe your eyes are like my eyes, Christina. They do hurt. They do hurt. And I water them. I wear contact lenses, so when I close my eyes, they water them. Okay. Hey, we finally got a question. Cooking with Sir says, Senior says, what are the steps to prepare for adjuncted hearing? Oh, that's a good question. Here, I'll give you the steps. Here we go. A child protection services system, adjunctive hearing is a court proceeding where the judge decides if the allegation of abuse or neglect against a child are true. The process involves a series of hearings, starting with if the child is taken into custody, the case proceeds to a jurisdictional hearing. That's where the court decides that the child is a dependent of the court. They have to see whether they take the child. A disposition hearing follows where the court decides on the child placement and any necessary services to reunify the family. Now, here are the breakdowns of the steps of the adjunctive hearing. The initial hearing determines the child should be taken into protective custody. The court considers whether there's a threat to the child's safety and well-being. The judicial hearing determines the allegations of abuse or neglect are true. The court will hear evidence from both sides, including CPS and the parents, and decide whether the child has been abused or neglected. Well, if the parents use the court-appointed attorneys, parents won't be able to talk. Now, after the judicial hearing, there's a deposition hearing. If the child is found to be dependent, the deposition hearing determines the child placement, foster care with a relative, and so forth, and the service the parents must complete to reunify the family. Then there's review hearings. These are ongoing hearings that review the process made by parents and the child's well-being. Then there's the permanent hearing. Now, the termination of parental rights, the TPR, is very serious. And in some cases, parents did not make sufficient progress in completing the required service. The court may terminate their parental rights. You do not want that to happen. If it does, you need to appeal it right away. So hopefully that answers your question there. Hopefully it does. And then the next question that Cooking had was, how do you get documents that the CPS workers have but aren't willing to share? They have to share it. You have to get your attorney to request those documents. It's against the law. Now, Kingdom says, I'm going through a case that was brought on by my kid's mother, currently being dragged along. Not sure how much I should be pushing back. Okay. All right. Now, Kingdom says, I'm going through that case, was brought on by my kid's mother, currently dragged along. I'm not sure how much I should be pushing back. As my life has changed dramatically, kids are in my care. Well, I'm glad to hear that, Kingdom. Now, Christina Reynosa says, Kingdom Studios, make accounts of everything you were wrongly accused of and find the statutes to share the laws broken. That's documentation. Thank you, Christina. And hopefully your eyes are getting better. Cooking says, thank you. I appreciate the information. Well, you're very welcome. I'm here to help all of you. Now, we have 25 minutes left of the show, and I'd love to talk to someone. If you can call in, I can talk to you and call in. Okay. My number is up there, so you can call in. I'd love to hear from you. Now, Cooking says when you make a complaint about CPS or the judge, don't they retaliate? Sometimes they will. Sometimes they will. Um, the social workers I encounter are really bad. There's the case of the pink ladies in Prescott, Arizona, that parade around in the town wearing a pink T-shirt, stencil on the front, professional child kidnappers, and stencil on the back. Do you know where your kids are? Sure, I'll email you back when I have the time. I'll do that. Dorothy Cook, welcome. Dorothy's from North Carolina. Do they have to offer placement with family members? Yes, they do. Yes, they're supposed to. It's the very first thing they're supposed to. If they need to take away your child, which 9% of the time they don't have to, it's just their way. Once they have the child in their possession, then the clock starts ticking and they get money. That's why they want your child. It's money. It's all about money. Are you able to hear me okay? Am I too loud or not loud enough or what? Do you hear me okay? Okay, good. I'm using my old computer and the microphone is not showing any wavelengths, and that's why I was concerned. That's why I was concerned. Now, Kingdom's asking, can they remove my kids if I refuse to do a visit on a day I need to take off? No, they shouldn't. And if try to arrange your visits around their schedule because you start taking time off from your visits, it will hurt you. They're always looking for a good skew. Now, for other plans such as birthday or Father's Day, I need to take off for other plans such as a birthday or Father's Day. That's right. This is the month of June, and we have Father's Day this month. And that's very important for fathers to be with their children. I know it's very, very, very important. Now we have about 15 minutes left before I have to end my show. So, now you always ask, can social workers do this and stuff? If it's a bad CPS, if it's a rogue, they'll do anything they like. They'll lie, they'll retaliate, they'll cheat, they'll steal money. So, with that being said, you don't want that to happen. Now, Dorothy from North Carolina asks a question. If they give custody of a child to the parent, the child was not in custody of, and one of the children's older siblings jointly who receives the financial assistance for the child from the state. Could you clarify that a little bit to me, Dorothy? I'm confused of what you're saying. I think you're talking about the money from the state going somewhere, but I don't know if you're talking about it going to a sibling or what. They do help out with foster care, but I don't think they give any money to parents. I don't think they give any money. Now, Cooking says, thank you for being here every day for us. We all need as much as we can to get help. We have to keep fighting and not give up. You're right, Cooking. You're right, Cooking. It's a hard thing to try to come up here and try not to be repetitious, to be interested, to be creative and everything. And thank you for the emojis. Thank you very, very much. Thank you, Christina, for the love. And thank you, Dorothy, for the squirrely face, and Christina, too. I know it's hard. I know it's hard. Okay, Christina, you put something in there. I think you're sending me another email. Thank you, Christina. I'll try to devote some time into your emails. You got tons of them. The next show tonight will be 7 o'clock Pacific Standard Time. That's 10 o'clock for you guys on the East Coast, or it's 9 o'clock for you guys on Central Time. The next show is tonight at 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. For those on the West Coast, it's 10 o'clock Eastern Time. But on the West Coast, it comes on at 7 p.m. Okay, if the parent receives veterans benefits, the child is placed with jointly with the child's older siblings. You will receive the veterans benefits for the child, the parents or sibling, or both. And I got your message here, Christina. I got your message. Now, the thing about parents' benefits, I have parent benefits for my younger children. When I was over the age of 62, social services gave me additional of my welfare, not my welfare, my retirement, my social security for each of my 3 children. They're at home. But the sad part is when the social worker retaliated against one of my children, they got a new birth certificate and they got a secondary social security card, and they're twice dipping from me. They're taking $2,000 a month instead of $1,000 a month. And that money isn't going to my child, it's going to the rich foster parents that have adopted my daughter, which is sad. That whole thing is really sad. Now I have about 13 minutes left here of the live stream here, and I'd love to have someone call in. Now, again, I'm going to put up the government efficiency, the numbers that you can call, the websites you can visit. It will help you. Uh-oh. What does Dorothy say? Oh, my God. What are you, oh, my God, about, Dorothy? What's wrong? Well, when I told you that they're double dipping, they were. That's the bad thing, evil thing about social workers. My daughter, 12, didn't know about all that, and she was double dipping, getting $2,000 a month out of my retirement, money that I had put away that had already been taxed. You know, that's sad how they abuse your retirement money. It's really, 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 really bad. Your retirement money is very, very, very important to have. Now, it's 10 minutes till the hour. Let me put my number back up. I can still take phone calls from you all. Letting Grace know that we need to put that number back up. That's missing off the page there. Now, I have developed 5 rules, and it's very important you follow those rules. Rule number 1 is you get an attorney. I mean a real attorney, not a court-appointed attorney, a public defender. It makes a difference all in the world. When that couple that was being wrongly accused by CPS of medical negligence came marching to the courtroom with their new attorney, the judge's face dropped. He was so shocked that within one day, this couple got that attorney. That tells you how important it was. And she was able to hang on to her children. You see, what's so sad is not only the social workers corrupt, a lot of the judges are. And the attorneys only work for social service. They don't work for you. They don't work for you. Dorothy, what they did was one of the worst things I've ever seen of blatant. If I had told Social Security that the social services of the arm of child protection system was allowing a child, or actually promoting a child, to double dip out of their funds, they would have been horrified. Now, those are my money, but they were getting $1,000 with the old Social Security card, and with their new Social Security card, they're getting another $1,000. That's $2,000 out of retirement, and that wasn't going to my daughter. That was going to the foster care family that she was adopted, and they got that $2,000 for a long time. For a long time, it was terrible. It was terrible. So I know firsthand that the child protection system is corrupt. And that's why DOJ is investigating social services. So that's why I encourage you all to call in to DOJ, to the numbers I previously gave you. No, they didn't give my money back. I would have to tell Social Security, and they in turn would do an investigation. And I don't know. I mean, it's the whole thing. It's all corrupt. It's all corrupt. Oh, I can do more like that. I can do a civil lawsuit against CPS. I have enough against them, but it takes money. In order for me to file a lawsuit against CPS, a civil lawsuit, my attorney said he needed a $50,000 retainer. And I don't have any more money. I've given millions of dollars of my money to CPS. They've taken my home. They've ruined my life. I can't get a job because of the background. And they've coached and abused my children. Social services, the child protection system is corrupt. It is corrupt. And we never question them. We don't question police. So my rule number 3 is you don't talk to social workers or police. You don't let them in your home. You don't answer the door. And if you do talk to them, you have to have an attorney present. And I mean an attorney that you hired, not an attorney that was court appointed that works for CPS. Thank you very much, Terran Harris, and you have a good day too. It's about 5 minutes before my show will end. I want to thank Tara Harris. I forgot where you're from, but thank you for being in here. I want to thank Christina Reynoso for the email she sent me. She's from Las Vegas, Nevada. And yes, I will. We can talk, Christina. That's for sure. And Dorothy Cook from North Carolina, thank you very much for being here. These are my regular people. They're beautiful people trying to fight their cases. Cooking with CR, thank you very much from California. We've already talked about Dorothy Cook, Kingdom Studios from California. Thank you very, very much. Let me see here. We have Kelly Fisher from Chicago. Yay, Kelly. And thank you very, very much. And don't know where Trin, I keep forgetting where she is, but I want to thank you all for listening. I want you to know that when I sign off, there'll be a special message for Vincent Davis. Please listen to his message. A lot of thought was put into it. Also, please don't stop fighting for your children. Keep fighting to them. God bless you, and I'll see you tonight at 7 p.m. This is Bob Pace signing off.
A vivid picture is encrypted in your mind as the critics get in line like they're witnessing a crime. But then you notice there's a shiver in your spine from the feelings of discontentment and bitterness combined. Heartbroken when you listen to the judges, another kid's innocence corrupted, and if you go against then it's destructive. Consider this predicament the toughest, but we believe in a system fit for justice. Child Protective Services only pretends to save it. The one solution for this is worthy of instant praises. 30 years of experience with relentless cases. Allow me to introduce them. This is Vincent Davis, defending you when they don't think a mother fits the role. Is it juvenile dependency or government control? Observe the pain in their eyes. It's time for us to realize we are the last